All right, let's bring in Michael Oren, former Israeli ambassador to the United States. Mr. Ambassador, a world in which the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, opens up some kind of direct line of communication with Hezbollah terrorists. Is that a good idea or a terrible idea?
Good to be with you, Jillian. Well, from Israel's perspective, it's a really bad idea. But the Trump administration has spoken to Hamas in the past, and there's really real need to speak to Hezbollah. Hezbollah is just a branch of Iran, and the administration is speaking to Iran, or would like to speak to Iran if Iran wasn't busy sinking boats in the Strait of Hormuz and bombing American bases throughout the Middle East. So Hezbollah, it's immaterial. You're speaking to Hezbollah, you're speaking to Tehran.
I want to ask you about this development. This in the Wall Street Journal today. They write, Israel believes that Iran moved nuclear centrifuges into Pickaxe Mountain. The U.S. has reviewed the Israeli assessment, and President Trump has now threatened to attack the site. Take a listen to President Trump making that claim.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything unless they have the material. They don't have. We follow the material. That's where the action is. And we'll be hitting that area probably pretty soon, and there's not a thing they can do about it. Normally I wouldn't say that. If I thought they could do something about it, I would never say that. But we'll be hitting that area pretty soon, and very heavily.
So if that intelligence assessment is true, how on earth did Iranian regime operatives manage to move centrifuges while taking fire from the United States at the same time and being under this intense scrutiny?
Well, Iran is very good at subterfuge, very good at hiding its nuclear program. It hid the entire Fordow complex up to 2010. That was also under a mountain. So I wouldn't put it past the Iranians to be able to move centrifuges under Pickaxe Mountains. The big question is then how do you get at them? This is a facility that is very deep underground, perhaps too deep even to be penetrated by the most powerful bombs that a B-2 bomber can deliver. And it may have to do to get at Pickaxe Mountain, you may have to use special forces the way Israel army used special forces already in Syria in the early fall of 2024 to get an underground missile-making facility. So it can be done. It may involve some creativity.
So to recap, right, we're, I think, 5 weeks or so into this MOU 60-day period. In that time, since the Iranians signed on to it, they have hatched a new assassination plot against the President of the United States. They have attacked shipping vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, and now we learn they are actually moving nuclear material. Why is this administration continuing to talk to them?
Well, I think the president is saying, I'm going to bomb, but if the Iranians want to come back and talk, I'm willing to talk. The question is, what are they going to talk about? And can you actually trust anything the Iranians say across a negotiating table? Because the Iranians, I don't think, have ever said a true word across any negotiating table. But having said that, this option is somehow America can declare victory and walk away. Well, it could do that, but then the Straits will be under Iranian sovereignty. Iran will have a nuclear program. Iran will have nuclear enriched material that it can make about 11 bombs. Iran will have a ballistic missile system that can threaten every American ally in the Middle East. And Iran will continue to support terror and be the largest state sponsor of terror, particularly in the Middle East, by sponsoring Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, who have now cut off another international waterway. What that victory looks like, that doesn't look like victory to us, certainly. And so we are very supportive of the president's position today, which is to impose the naval blockade, to keep keep that military pressure on Iran, keep the door open to negotiations, though we're rather skeptical that Iran will ever enter that door, or certainly enter it in a candid and truthful way.
A lot of hope, but no chance, as my stepfather likes to say. Ambassador Oren, thanks for taking time with us this afternoon.
Thank you, Jillian. Thank
Sandra?
you.